Right now, you're with Jay London on Capital XTRA Breakfast, looking after things for Rob Bruce and Shayna Marie, and we're talking Oscar, we're talking BAFTA, we're talking Golden Globe, yeah? Generally, like, one of my favourite actors, not just from the UK, but, like, just period, one of my favourite actors right now who's representing for us, representing for the UK as well, which I just love to see, man. Let's make some noise for Daniel Kaluuya in the building. Come on. What are we saying? So yesterday was what? Premiere for the brand new SpiderMan film, yeah?
Spider-Man gets a lot of love.
Yeah, I was just saying, like, we were just talking off air just a minute ago, and just the amount of fans that there are as well, just in that whole Spider-Man verse. Like, did it take you back a little bit, just maybe just being there and being like, wow, like, I knew this was big, but I didn't realise it was, like, this big.
Yeah, sometimes you got to see it in person to understand, like, what the impact is of this Spider-Man. Like, do you know what I mean? It's like, I used to love it as a kid, like cartoons and stuff, and obviously I spoke about it, but then when I got out of the car at the premiere, I was like, oh my God, yeah, this is its own universe. Like, Spider-Man in itself is its own thing. It's a massive thing. So, it's great to be part of it, man.
Yeah.
Great to represent it, you know what I mean?
No, congrats, man. It's great to see you winning, man. And, like, what I wanted to ask you was about Mumsy, because in an interview, like, about 4 years ago, you were saying that she doesn't really, like, rate the whole acting thing. Like, she wants you to get a proper job, right?
Yeah.
Does she understand now?
Nah. But she just doesn't, she's not from, like, she doesn't get it. She just doesn't really, like, she's just like, can you pay the bills?
Yeah.
She's just like a real person. Do you know what I mean? So it's
yeah.
like, it's kind of like, I like it because it just makes it goes, oh yeah, this really don't really matter that much. I think it's just like, have you got a consistent income? And if you haven't, then it's not right. Do you know what I mean? And sometimes you go, yeah, actually right. Yeah, it's not right. But she she enjoys the events and that. Do you know what I mean? So she comes through.
Yeah, man, and it kind of humbles you a bit. Like, what was your actual first job? Can you remember? Let me take you way back.
First job, I did Barclays Bank.
Okay, nice.
Barclays Bank.
I can see you as a little banker.
No, I thought I was gonna do it. I thought I was gonna do it. Like that was gonna be my little job, and then I did a run. I was a runner at Easy TV, and then I showed up in a suit.
Yeah,
because I did the bank job, innit? So then I thought, all right, cool, everyone that works goes in the suit, innit? I showed up and the man looked like, give me a coffee.
Yeah. Just rolling into the coffee shop with a suit on.
With a suit, which is like, man, I'm dressed for business, though, you know what I mean?
No, I appreciate it. And it's nice that you was doing, like, media stuff anyway, like, that early on. I mean, I was stacking shelves in Sainsburys. So, like, yeah, very different contrast to...
No, I wanted to get into that world. Like, I knew it was I just loved it, innit? So I was just like, if I'm just close to it, somehow I'll find a way to, like, get through. And so, yeah, and then luckily I got, like, acting jobs at 16 and I started to kick on.
Nice, man. So, obviously, we need to talk about the brand new Spider-Man film. Yeah. And you are the voice of SpiderPunk, which, for me, I mean, I don't want to give away too much about the film because, obviously, people haven't seen it yet. I'm not going to do any spoilers or anything like that. But he was the coolest character in the film, man.
Oh, big up.
Like, he was so cool. How did it feel to just do, like, the voice instead of actually having to be the character? Because obviously we're so used to seeing you on screen, like, proper getting involved as the character and being that person. But, like, how did it compare and contrast of just doing the voiceover for the character?
It was like, I was kind of nervous at the beginning, to be honest. Like, I was like, kind of like, how do I, like, because you're like loyal to your process.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I've got this way that I do things, and now it's like, you ain't got the set, you ain't got anything, you got all these different versions of this one scene, so you can't really do it. It's basically stopped me from getting in my own head.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? And you just have to kind of do it. You just have to say the lines, and then it was part, like, I come from improv, so it was just like, just figure it out. Like, you do thing, and we had to hone the voice of SpiderPunk, like, whilst I was doing it. So I was like, oh yeah, you could have, like, a bit of this, a bit of road, a bit of Cockney, a bit of like this, a bit of, like, every bit of London life, like, just put bits of it everywhere. And so that it's like a full picture of what new London would be in his own, like, multiverse and his own reality.
The fact that it was like a punk character, but it was someone who is, like, from the culture.
Yeah.
So, because normally when you associate, like, a punk rock kind of person, you think of, like, a typical British kind of, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But to see you and the way that you delivered it, man, it was nice because, like you said, it had the Cockney side, but then there was a little bit of the road side there as well.
I think my thing is this. I think grime is punk.
Yeah.
And I think it's just been branded like that because it's black. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's not seen as that. So I mean, it's like, but it's just like something that's counterculture, that's honest, that's coming from people that ain't got much.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like road rap's punk. I mean, a lot of these pot of papers are punk.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like, I just think that like it's not, you know what I mean? It's like Giggs is a punk star. Like, it's not, it depends how you see them, but I wouldn't say Be Young is one. Do you know what I mean? It's like, it's just different, but not everyone is. Do you know what I mean? But it doesn't mean anyone's better than the other, but it's basically like, that's what we kind of got to the bottom of, like, what is punk? I mean, like, what is basically someone that's resistant, that's someone that does it their way, that's anti-establishment, that's anti-doing things in a certain way. Do you know what I mean? That goes from like feeling. You know what I mean? So that's kind of what we led with him. That's how I saw SpiderPunk.
Yeah. No, I liked it, man. I enjoyed it. And the other thing that I enjoyed was that there was just so much representation in the film anyway.
Yeah.
Like, you had the pregnant black woman, you had the Asian guy, you had like a dinosaur that was just in there. Like, obviously you had the punk guy as well. Was that something that was important for you going into the role, or was it just something that where you just thought, okay, I'm going to go into my role, I'm going to do what I need to do, and maybe not have to be invested in much as with all the other stuff?
No, it's hard because you don't see anything. You're like doing these scenes, you're not doing it with anyone else. So you have to just give and like just commit to it and just give all you can, and then like, it's on the filmmakers to kind of make that work. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I kind of just see you just give ingredients to the stew. Like, all right, a bit of oregano, a bit of this, go on, a bit of that, go on, a bit of curry powder, give a bit of
get
vibes.
The spices in there.
Get the spices, and you make the dish, you know what I'm saying? It's like, kind of acting is like that, but it was like, this is on a different level because you're just not there, I mean, in that part of the process.
Yeah, I imagine it's so much more difficult, like to do it that way and not actually be on set and be a part of. Yeah,
it's hard, but like I said, it forces you to try a different way. You know what I mean? So it was like, I kind of like that. You grow and you figure it out and go, oh yeah, a lot of this stuff isn't needed. It's like me being self-indulgent and that. So it was like, so I just vibed out, and also I had fun with it. Do you know what I mean? And we throw in lines, and you couldn't really do that on set. You know what I mean? Like, do random stuff and try things and really mess up, but you're messing up to find something out. Like, one set, time is money on set. You know what I mean? So it's like, you've got to be really be prepared and kind of play around a little bit. You know what I mean? So
that's nice.
Like that.
Yeah, so that's nice. You could ad-lib a little bit and get a little bit more of your own kind of personality in there as well. Yeah, I like that. There's so many different Spider-Men in there.
Yeah.
Now that you've met me, what Spider-Man would I be? What vibes are you getting now? Don't offend me, please. Don't make me the baby or the cat or something. Come on.
You're giving Spider Neo Soul.
Spider Neo Soul.
You're giving that vibe. You know what I'm saying? You're giving them vibes. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Just chilled out.
Yeah.
In another reality, you got Kano or something like. You know
okay.
You're giving them kind of vibes.
I like. All right. Well, let's stick with culture. Yeah. I want to talk about the DSS because I'm trying to get in there, bruv. I mean, I know there's a certain requirement. Yeah. But for anyone that doesn't know, first of all, explain to them what the DSS is.
It's a dark skin society. It's a movement.
It's a movement. And who's in this?
Everyone's in it. Do you know what I mean? Everyone culture. I mean, I think like if Buck started it, do you know what I'm saying? And then like, it was a joke, innit? I think we was in dinner and then he put it on his caption. So then it was like, I think, and then Damson's just take it to another level and just recruited all these people like Schmurder and what is it, Burner and all them kind of people. So it's just like, it's that, but we're in serious negotiations about like, broadening and creating a different, a chapter for our lighter skinned brothers
thank you.
And sisters.
Thank you.
Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Because it's about the complexion of the spirit, my guys.
The D, L and S society.
Yeah, I mean, we're in negotiations.
Okay,
we're in deep negotiations. That's all I'm saying. What I'm saying is like we're trying our best. We're trying to build the bridge between the gap. You know what I mean?
We'll get there. All right, cool. I also wanted to say like I appreciate you for the films that you do create as well, because I'll be honest, yeah, I like to watch like a thriller or a horror, and obviously you've been in quite a few, yeah. But I'm not down with the ghosts, yeah. So I can't watch something that has got like spirits in there with possession and things like that, because for about 2-3 weeks, bro, I will feel something standing behind me while I'm brushing my teeth, and I'm not on it. It's long, yeah. But obviously the stuff that you've done, you could kind of fight back a little bit. So first of all, I just want to thank you for that. Yeah. And then the next thing I wanted to know was, can you relate to that? Are you a bit of a horror person, or do you have to put yourself in a completely different spectrum when you're going into those kind of roles?
I do have to be. The thing is, like, when I do things, I just go, this character doesn't believe they're in this genre.
Right.
This is just a guy that's just living his life. So then I always want it to be grounded. But my horror thing is that, like, I remember I had these babysitters, yeah? Like, they were mad, yeah. They were 14 and I must have been like 6 or whatever. And they just decided it was funny to show me Freddy Krueger.
Right.
Nightmare on Elm Street. Like, just show me it. Like, they would just show me it. And then I was too scared to go to the toilet at night. Like,
see,
I mean,
I
was too scared to go. I thought Freddy Krueger was just there waiting behind the toilet door, innit?
Right.
So,
thank you.
Man, I should just ride out certain situations. I just hold it. Sometimes I didn't. You know what I mean? Like, life is life. But it's like, that's why things that, like, I just find them stressful. I find it stressful. But I do think there's a lot of truth that can come in those films. And so they're like, as a man, I'm like educating myself like something like Stepford Wives and all these classic horror films. They're like great movies. Do you know what I mean? And so, and then also like, I make stuff in that genre as well. So I love it, to be honest.
Yeah, man. I'm just a little bit just spooked out after it all, bruv. Like after watching some of your ones, I'm all right. But like if we're talking like Paranormal Activity and things like that, bro, that film messed me up for a month.
No, you know what it is? I actually went to like my friend was part of this. You know when like they want a test screening and basically like films before they come out, way before they come out, and they test it. He was part of this scheme, right? And so there was like, Daniel, there's this film that's like really big. Let's go. And then I went there and West End. I was watching it. I hadn't heard of Paranormal Activity, nothing. I went there and I was like, this film is crazy. And then when we walked out, the automatic doors went. I went, I was like, no, this is mad. This is mad. But that's how I like to watch my horror films without knowing anything about it.
Right.
Because then I actually believe in it. If I've heard too much,
you've seen the trailers and stuff.
I know I'm in a film.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so that's what I really loved about that experience is I watched it before really any buzz in England anyway. Yeah,
no, that messed me up, man. Never again. I ain't watched another one since, so I'm done with that. Right, back to Spider-Man. Obviously on Capital XTRA, you know we're all about the music and everything. Yeah, the soundtrack for the Spider. It was sick, bruv. We heard A$AP Rocky was in there.
Yeah.
WizKid. Yeah. Offset. Coi Leray, Future, Don Toliva, and all of that. Yeah, there's so many tracks in there. Yeah. What kind of vibes do you think like you would create if you was creating maybe a soundtrack for any film? Would it be like that, or would you go completely rogue, something different?
Be similar. Like I mean, I love A$AP. Metro Boomin did a great job. I mean, he was over it and he did amazing. So it was not like it wouldn't be too dissimilar, but there'll be more UK artists in there.
Come on,
because that's just more like that's just what I listened to since I was a kid. So, but I mean, Giggs and Potter. I love Potter's new album. I think Potter's album is amazing. Kano. And, who else? Huss, obviously. Like there'll be vibes. There'll be a lot off top. But then there will be like A$AP. I like the American artists as well. I think a lot of the New York drill. I love that. Yeah. All the New York drill music and stuff. So calm down. So yeah.
The drill got you hype, bro.
Drill got me hype. That's what I've got to do. Like, drill.
Love having you on the show, bro.
Nah,
one last thing before you go. I just want to know what's coming up in the future because I don't know what else is left for you. Like we said at the beginning, you've won pretty much everything.
Yeah.
I feel like as far as actors go, not even just in the UK, but just in acting in general, like you've done so much and you're so recognised now as one of like the elite in that world anyway. Yeah. What's next? What's on the list, bro?
I've got a film Kitchen that I wrote and produced that's coming out. I think more producing, doing all that kind of stuff. But I think there's a lot to do. There is a lot to do, like acting wise. But I think it's more about like I'm more on like how do I make joyful things? How do I make films that like, because the films that I fell in love with cinema are the joyful ones. Across the Spider-Verse makes me feel like that. Yeah. When I watch it, I feel like, oh my God, I can't wait to watch this again. Like I want those kind of films. Like I love Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Like how do you make that now?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's like, that's the kind of headspace that I'm in. So like, and we'll see what happens. I mean, it's creative, isn't it? So it's like, let's play around. I didn't plan to get in this position. I just go, I like that. Do you know what I mean? I like this, I like that. So then it just kind of worked out at the time. So just going to keep following my gut, man. Yeah. And just keep doing the work, bro.
Well, keep doing your thing, man. Generally, like, it's just great to see you winning, bro. Like, we love it. And just repping the UK, love to see it every time. So, big up. Good luck with the film as well. When's it coming out?
Coming out today, man. Come on, man. Book your tickets, man.
Make sure you go. And look out for Daniel's character as well. I'm genuinely, like, the most coolest Spider-Man I think I've ever seen, SpiderPunk. Oh, man. When the mask comes off and that, the nose ring. You need to get one of those, bro.
He looks like, what's his face? Lancey Fox, isn't it?
He does look like Lancey Fox.
Yeah, he does look like Lancey Fox.
Survive. Right, Daniel, thank you so much, bro.
All right, man. Love, man. Appreciate you guys, man. Love.